Hello, hello. How are you? My name is Lola. I am the creator and the host of our Soul's Journey podcast. I've been in the spiritual space for about 10 years now, and I've seen many, many sides of this space. I'm a tarot reader, I'm an empath, and I'm someone who loves learning how to create a more soul-led and balanced life. I'm here to help give you some guidance on blending the physical to the metaphysical and the many topics in between. This show's purpose is to help you become more comfortable in your spiritual journey because, say it with me, everyone's spiritual journey is unique to them. Now that you know my name, go ahead and comment yours. I'll say hi to you in the next episode. And go ahead and like and subscribe. Follow on Spotify and do all the fun things and share it. This podcast is very new and we're slowly but surely growing, but not without you sharing it. So share it with your family, your friends, your cousin, your dog walker, your cat walker, a lizard walker. I don't know. All I know is that people be having pets. Today, I want to talk about briefly this whole new year, new you thing. And while I love self-development, that is what spirituality is and spiritual growth is. Spiritual growth is literally self-development with faith, right? So every year we have New Year's. Go out, party, have a glass of champagne, and enjoy yourself. But after the party ends, what do? You go home, you think about the person you're going to become, and you try to become that person. And some people are successful, and we'll get into that in a second. But a lot of people aren't. I'm using a lot of quotes. Why am I using quotes? I'm using quotes because to say you aren't successful in becoming a new version of yourself, I think can be a very touchy subject and kind of a misunderstood subject, if you will. Every year, society, I don't know how it is in the rest of the world, if everyone's as big on becoming a new person in the new year as Americans are, but there's always this idea that this year I'm going to get in the best shape of my life, or this year I'm going to start my business, or this year X, Y, and Z. They focus on one big goal and that's supposed to change our lives, and it will. Like, changing your life to create something for yourself, to create something that holds a lot of value for you, that will inherently change your life no matter what you're doing. But here's the but. Why? Why do you want to become this new version of yourself? Is it rooted in shame and regret and hesitation and trauma? Or is it rooted in love? What about love? What's love got to do with this? If you choose to become someone because you don't like who you are, you will never be satisfied. There are so many people who, after the new year starts, that do end up sticking with their goals, but they're not happy. And I'm not saying that your goal should only be happiness, or that if you're not happy while you're changing your life, that you're not going to be happy at all. Absolutely not. But if you choose to create a goal from a space of lack or a space of hurt, you're not really solving that problem. I want you to think about this. If you have a breakup, regardless of who causes it, if you break up and you are so hurt, maybe they cheated on you. Maybe, let's just go with the example, they cheated on you. They cheat on you and you're like, fuck it. This is 2026. I'm coming in. I'm being who I want to be. There's no more being held back. Blah, 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 blah. 2026 comes. Let's say it's August 2026. You're in shape. You have a new job. You have a new apartment. You have new things going on for you, but you never took the time to really consider what's hurt you so much after that breakup. Why you're still unhappy with yourself, even though this is a version of you you really wanted to become. You know, both things can be true at once. Maybe you do want to be that person, and maybe that does make you happy. But you have to remember that your values, who you are, those are incredibly important. And they are the building blocks of who you will become every year of your life, every day of your life. So if we have someone, let's take another example. If we have someone who has done self-reflection, who's done shadow work, I'm not talking about that shadow work that's kind of like this new age spirituality shadow work where it's like, pick this theme that like matches your person. No, the shadow work I'm talking about is like, this really triggered me today. I'm really upset by this and it upsets me deep down because that's the shadow work I'm talking about. Let's take someone who's done that, and they're happy with who they are already, but they have dreams and goals, just like our other example, but instead of coming from a space of lack, they're coming from a space of love. They're coming from a space of security. In turn, they spend the next 8 months of their life, it's also August, and they feel like they're a completely new version of themselves. Arguably, this person who created a new version of themselves in lack is as well, but are they happy? Do they feel secure in who they are? Is this version of themselves truly what they want to be? These are important questions when going into the new year. I'm all for creating a new version of yourself. That is the epitome of spiritual growth and spiritual development, and it is the best place ever. It can be so hard to get into and commit to and acknowledge these deeper, darker parts of ourselves. But without knowing ourselves deeply, how will we ever know this expanded, huge version of our dreams, our wildest dreams, So just keep that in mind this year. Frankly, if you are someone who's looking to start spiritual self-development, which is inherently self-development, but I'll get into that in another episode. That's a longer episode. The first thing you're going to want to do is do some reflection. Now, you don't have to take all of 2026 to do self-reflection. I don't want to push onto you what I think is pushed onto a lot of people, especially over these last 4 years, where it's like, do it now. Go, 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 go. Not everything needs to be rushed. And while I do believe in maximizing my time, and frankly, I do fall into that category and that type of content where it's very, come on, let's do it, let's go. That's not always how it has to be. So if you need to, take 12 months to discover who you are. And I also want to mention, maybe you've already discovered who you are. Maybe you're like me. You've already had your big self-discovery year. Well, as I'm learning and have learned, you can have more than one big self-discovery year. You are on a journey your whole life. It's our soul's journey. You'll be on one for the entirety of your time on Earth. And just because you may have had a couple huge events, may they be positive or negative, doesn't mean you won't experience other events that may also feel like that. That may also allow you to understand a deeper version of yourself. Take 12 months, take 6 months, take 3 months, and in the spring, create that new version of yourself. But remember that no matter where you are in your life, the key to any new version of yourself is knowing who you are now, knowing yourself deeply and authentically, your values, your likes, your dislikes, to be honest with yourself about who you are. That is the key to this new version of yourself. Whether you choose to do that or not, up to you. But I will say, it became a lot easier in my life when I started to be honest with myself about me and what I loved and what I wasn't happy with and what I wish I could have changed so badly. So I wish you luck. Happy New Year. I'm so excited for you. And if you aren't big into creating a new version of yourself in January, don't worry. There's a reason I'm not releasing an episode this week on how to create a new version of yourself or creating a new year, new you thing, because it's winter. Everything's resting right now. I kind of go by the seasons. I'm more of like one of those people that's In the spring, that's the rebirth. I'm up, I'm awake, let's do this again. But if you want to start in January, start in January. Do what you want to do. Do what feels right to your soul. I don't know what feels right to your soul. Only you do. That's all I have for you today. Shorter episode, shorter podcast. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a comment, leave a question. I'd love to chat with you about this. If you're on Spotify, go ahead and follow the podcast, save the episode, and share it anywhere you decide to do social media. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Threads, TikTok. And if you're someone who's chronically offline, send a text. We exist out in the world. I promise. Remember, spirituality is not to be gatekept. It's to be shared unconditionally. Just like love. I know, cheesy, but it's true. I'm sending you love and positivity. Until next Monday,